Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to TEW 2020 where we are in charge of Impact Wrestling. Now I am getting this out of the way early. I'm recording this before the next video comes out, quite simply because my results are coming up. This video will actually come out after my results, but I'm recording this before, so my A-level results. So to say what uni I'm going into, so that's why this recorded earlier. So anything you said, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait until the next video before anything's implemented if you have said anything. But yeah, I'm gonna press forward. If anything happens, then I'll show you. If not, we'll go straight into Tuesday's Impact. So yeah, here we go. This is the show. We're gonna go through it. I'm really happy with this show. So let's just get into it, shall we? So we start off the show with Eddie Edwards coming out, introducing Falabar as the opponent for Rob Van Dam's match, and that is going to happen right now. So yeah, we're starting off the show with Rob Van Dam. We're going to see how he does, see if he's lost a beat at all, and we're going to put him in the ring with quite a beast, you know, someone that I might be interested in pushing in the future. It's 48 rated segment there, and we've got a 51 rated match between Rob Van Dam and Falabar, as Rob Van Dam pinned him with the frog splash. Nice. Falabar with a 33 rated performance and Rob Van Dam with a 58. Not bad at all. Then we've got Rusev Promo with Melissa Santos. Santos for some reason didn't do well without a script, but she usually does. So Rusev is talking about, you know, he's in the Bound for Glory series and his opponent Trey, and kind of belittling Trey because Rusev isn't a face, he's a heel in the company. He has no respect for anybody. And which is why after the bow he'll like leave on the submission hold, stuff like that, and he just says that Trey's going to be a walkover. Then we've got a 4 versus 4 match set for the main event of Explosion, where the Motor City Machine Guns and the Rascals will face the North and the Desi Hit Squad. So yeah, these two rivalries seem to just be constantly intertwined with one another, and which is why there's been a 4v4 match set for Explosion, so they can kind of then, that's their blow off match with the 4-on-4, and then they can split off into their 2 rivalries. Well, that's the hope anyway. Then we've got a 43 rated match where Doc Gallows defeats Kurt Hawkins by a pinfall for a 43 rated match. Kurt Hawkins seemed off his game. But yeah, so that puts Doc Gallows on 7 points. It gives him his first points in the series. It seems to be that, you know, he's got his head back on now, like that little bit of nervousness, that hesitation that he has in the singles match seems to be going, which could be a danger for everyone else in the series. Then we've got a 43 rated segment where Melissa Santos is backstage giving an injury update on Tommy Dreamer, basically saying that he's not in good shape at all, and there's a recap of the beatdown from last week while she's saying all of this, and basically it seems like Jake Christie is going to give some answers to why he's doing what he's doing on next week's show. Then we've got a promo again with Melissa Santos straight after. So she finishes with that. Moose comes in, she introduces the guest Moose, and Moose just berates Santos, just telling her to get out of the way, and says that Shamrock's not the only one that can, you know, take the mic off of her. And he tells Shamrock, you know, you're old, you have no fear factor anymore, you can't hurt me, you know, I'm Mr. TNA, this, that and the other. And yeah, it seems to gradually be boiling up between these two. And then we've got a 51 rated match. Wow, really? Okay. So TJP defeated Eric Young when Eric Young got disqualified after going into an attacking rage. So TJP is lasting, Eric Young's hitting everything, and TJP is just kicking out and kicking out and kicking out. And Eric Young just goes berserk. Yet again, he goes berserk and gets himself DQ'd. Which means, if you're keeping track, Eric Young is on minus 10 points. TJP has gone up to 2. I know I said 3 in the last episode for DQ, but obviously the graphic that I showed, the official graphic as well, had 2 points, so I must have got the wrong information on that one. Then after the match, Young goes absolutely berserk again, destroying TJP with chair shots, throwing him into the barricade, this, that and the other. Armal, Paul London, Scott D'Amore, Crazy Steve, Cousin Jake, everyone comes out. Like, you know, a couple of the mid-carders, a lot of the backstage people come out and they try and help out and try and just pull Eric Young off. Eric Young is going absolutely mental and TJP doesn't look in good shape at all. So yeah, unfortunately we had Johnny Bravo as the road agent, so I'll have to make sure that he's not on any other segments for the rest of the night, but still a decent segment, so I'd hate to think what it actually would have been like if we had a good road agent. Then we have a promo by Deonna Purrazzo, who comes out and tells Kylie Rae to watch a master at work, and well, a mistress at work, and just watch a masterclass by her, which is in the next match, which is a 40 rated match between Deonna Purrazzo and Havoc. For some reason, Havoc and James Mitchell on different sides of the heel face divide, and he's a manager for her. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so Purrazzo gets the victory in like 12 minutes by submission, you know, lasting a lot longer. It doesn't look like a masterclass by Purrazzo, to say the least. Which is why then she ends up beating up Havoc. She's not happy, and obviously Kylie Rae comes out for the save, stopping Havoc from getting hurt, and Havoc kind of nod of appreciation to Kylie Rae. I wouldn't expect anything else out of her. Then we've got Jordan Grace calling out Madison Rayne, who backs down from the challenge and is like, no, I will only commentate and on your matches. You know, I'm not going to be in your matches, I'll only commentate on them. You know, and kind of just backing off as if, you know, to be like, stop focusing on me and focus on your own career, sort of thing. 42 rated segment there. Then we've got a 52 rated match between Sami Callihan and Carl Anderson, where Carl Anderson defeated Sami Callihan by pinfall with the Anderson Spinebuster. So that means that Gallows and Anderson are both on 7 points each. Yeah, so yeah, they've finally picked up some points. They're getting some traction going, and just loads of people picking up points. Then we've got a nice little segment where Heath, Rhino and Armal are all together, and basically Heath just goes, right, I'll accept it, you know, I'll accept the terms, what do you need me to do? And Armal's just like, look, I'll give you more details next week on it, but I needed to know whether you were ready so then I could be ready. So yeah, we're not quite sure what Armal has in store for Heath, but it's definitely going to be like a prove your worth type thing going on. Then we've got a 58 rated match between Rusev and Trey, where Rusev defeats Trey by submission. Yeah, Rusev picking up top points 2 weeks in a row. Joys of having your submission as a finisher, it can get you really high up the table very, very quickly. Obviously, if you've not seen the Bound for Glory series before, this carries on until they've all faced each other, and then the top 4 all face off in a playoff match to decide the winner. So you could finish 4th and still come out the Bound for Glory series winner. But yeah, you need to qualify in the top 4. So with Rusev dominating early on, he's put himself in good stead to be the front runner in this. And Trey with a 42 rated performance. He's not doing badly, he just can't quite pick up that victory. Then we've got a nice little segment where Willie, Mack and Chris Bay kind of are talking backstage, and are like, you know what, I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. A TLC match for the title next week. So yeah, we've got a massive match. I think it might start the show next week. It will be Willie Mack versus Chris Bay. grey. Chris Bay for the X Division title in a tables, ladders and chairs match. Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'll be interested to see what these two can put on in a TLC match. And then the main event of the evening is a 58 rated segment again, where EC3 defeated Ace Austin by pinfall, both with great performances, and it was a really close match between the two, and EC3 just manages to pick up that victory. But yeah, really nice match to finish the show. We've had some really nice matches today, and that puts EC3 on 14 points and puts EC3 in second place. Another 55 rated show. Increased our popularity in 31 regions. Just as long as we keep increasing that popularity, you know, everyone else's popularity will go up with it. So if the company's is going up, theirs will go up as well. Especially if, with the main event, you know, EC3 and Ace Austin. Rusev's got a high pop anyway, but these two putting on a similar match, you know, that's just and in the main event, theirs is just going to go up over time. But yeah, great show. So I'll flash up the graphic now. There you go. So yeah, as you can see, we've got Rusev is still the leader with 20 points, but everyone but one person now has points. Only Trey hasn't picked up a victory yet. He looks like he's getting closer. Whether he does pick up any points, we don't know. Whether TJP can pick up any points now, bear in mind he could be injured and he might not be 100% for the next match, will be up in the air, and he's only on 2 points as well. Eric Young just being an absolute maniac, being on minus 10 points. Don't know why and what got into the head of Eric Young, but he's absolutely, almost looks like he's blowing this. But yeah, it's a really close tournament so far. Most people picking up wins here and there, and it's only going to take shape even more from here on out. Ethan Page is apparently a natural talker. We tried to get Drake Maverick in, but that was never going to happen. And Bully Ray is he's retiring soon. I don't know when. He's retiring from in-ring competition. So I thought, you know, for one last appearance, we'll get Bully Ray in. So yeah, I don't know when he's retiring. But yeah, he's retiring, so we'll just be able to get an appearance out of him. He's on a handshake deal, so we'll come up with a good way to use him, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But I thought, what a nice way, you know, he did really well in TNA and Impact. He made a big name for him in a singles career, so I thought, give him one last appearance, put someone over in the process, and we'll do that. So we'll move on to Explosion. If anything happens, I'll show you. If nothing happens, then we'll move straight into the show. Right, so this Explosion only has one match on it, which is the main event of the evening. The rest of it are a few promos here and there, so I think we should just get straight into it. So Melissa Santos gives an update on TJP, who will just be able to compete against Kurt Hawkins on Impact, and she also announces Trey versus Ace Austin for next week. So obviously there's some history between Trey and Ace Austin, which makes that match have a little bit more to it. Bear in mind, obviously, it's a great match due to the Bound for Glory series anyway, but the fact that they've got some sort of rivalry between them just tips it over the edge. Then we have Rick Swann, who tells Eric Young that when he'll be back, and he'll be back sooner than Eric Young thinks, he'll be there to destroy Eric Young, and that he should be watching his back. So yeah, just a bit of a warning there from Rick Swann. Is he back super soon? No, but he's kind of saying, you know, I'm not going to be out as long as I was last time, so don't get too comfortable. Then we've got a segment where Johnny Bravo is excited about the potential of a stable developing between Rosemary, Ty Valkyrie and Johnny Bravo, and they don't look too impressed, to be honest, at all. They weren't impressed last time. Yes, they worked together, but they told him, we don't want to do it again, and Bravo's like, but we can be a stable. So yeah, he's just pissing both of them off at this rate. And then the main event is a 39 rated segment where the Rascals and the Motor City Machine Guns defeated Desi Hit Squad and the North when Wentz submitted Josh Alexander, which is a very unusual. He doesn't usually submit. So yeah, that's a big win for the Rascals to pin the North. You know, that's a massive win. But I think that actually brings more to their rivalry than what's already there. You know, currently the Rascals are just annoyed at the North. Now the Rascals have pinned the North. Yes, it's in a 4-on-4, but they pinned them. It's just going to annoy the North, which gives the North a reason to give them the match they want. The Desi Hit Squad did really bad again. They're off their game every time. But everyone else did pretty good, to be honest. Obviously, Motor City Machine Guns are above everyone else, which is why they're the champs. But yeah, decent segment. It's finished. Oh god, Josh Alexander was visibly angry after the match, upset that Wentz almost injured him. Oh boy, probably with the submission, won't it? That's what it is. They injured him with the submission. Well, that adds more to the rivalry, doesn't it? So yeah, 38 rated show. Not too bad, but that's Explosion, and that is this episode of TEW. Tell me what you think in the comments down below of anything. Obviously, the Bound for Glory series is starting to hot up now, rivalries are starting to take shape, and the new age of Impact Wrestling is very much here. So yeah, if you're excited about it, tell me in the comments, or just hit that like button. It really does help me out. Thank you guys for watching this series, really appreciate it. If you're new here, please subscribe, we're still in the early stages, so you won't be too far behind. And I shall see you in the next video. See ya!